Welcome back, everyone, to Missions 101, where we are going to be finishing off the second set of missions. We have two more to go, so let's see what Alzma has for us. The Sacrificial Tower. I have a new mission for you, Pine Leaf. All but one of my scouts have come back from Kaivitzar. Oh no, not Kaivitzar. They have found a fortress of Agrim there. Skothi did not return. They believe that Skothi is being held captive in the fortress of Kaivitzar. We must attempt a rescue. Yes, we need to rescue anyone who's in that foul place. Far from Magmar, the last stronghold of the Iron Crown keeps watch over the Elder Slade for the forces of Gundabad. Your mission is to rescue Skothi from the Tower of Kaivitzar. This twist is gated. Well, I think that one's pushing it for the term of gated, as you will see as we go through this one. But let's go and head to Kaivitzar. Whoopee! We have arrived at the Sacrificial Tower. Oh, we are going to wait for them to pop in. And let's see which version we've got, because sometimes you have a patrol on the floor and sometimes you don't. This one does actually have a patrol there. Now you see all those mob red dots in here? Don't worry, this is a 3-story building. So we're not going to run. And in fact, that patrol that I saw moving around is not on this floor. That's on a they're on a different floor. So it could be misleading going by the dots for that reason, because yes, we do have a tendency to have extras in. Now I think it's unavoidable in this case to get both of them. So let's deal with these in here and not have to worry about anyone interrupting our progress, because we don't like to be interrupted by Angrim coming in and doing nasty things to us. How many fear effects does she's got? I have no idea in there, but that's quite... Oh. Now, of course, they are Angrim priests, so yeah, when their friends die, they are going to summon some sort of nasty effect as a result of it. So that's something that should normally be interrupted. Standard fare for Angrim. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, you don't have to kill all of the Angrim that are on the floor. Now, I can't remember. Do I have any more I need for the deed? No, apparently I have finished that deed. I'm pretty sure there is an Angrim deed in Elder Slades, and we are definitely in the Elder Slades here. Let's see. Oh, this should be fine. Yeah, this is the floor that has the patroller, because I could see the patroller in the background going around in circles. So I was looking to see whether that was the situation here. Anyway, you can bypass the Angrim that are on a particular floor. So usually I kill enough to make a path to one of the 2 stairs, and then I could come back up afterwards. So I might as well grab this one now. Set. Oh, I got 2 of them. 2 for the price of 1! Angrim are on sale! Yes, a, a pair of them just for you. Limited time only here at Kaivitzar, or I guess the tower is called Tur Agal. Kaivitzar is the name of the... I'm not completely sure the difference between Kaivitzar and Tur Agal. I think Tur Agal is the name of the tower. Kaivitzar is the name of the settlement, I guess. Or the camp, or whatever else is here. I'm not exactly sure what is here other than the tower, but there are other buildings there, so I guess it's enough to give it a name. Now, let's see. Actually, I'll just go by and not worry about the patroller. And head up here. Now, here's one where I have to be careful because we need to kill Durith here. Durith is the gate that we need to enter, so to speak. So the gate in this case is killing the boss. Yes, you may say, well, why is killing the boss the gate? Well, we'll go into that in a moment. Now, you notice I am doing this fight right now here. I tend to stay out here as much as possible for this part of the quest. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm definitely not letting you summon anything, because usually what the priestesses summon up is worse than what the priests summon up. So I will just make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, there you go. Now, you've got a pair of these here. Can I get that one? No, I don't. What's going to happen is I'm going to grab this priestess here. That usually brings both of them. Yeah. So now I got them both. I can now deal with them individually. Now the idea here is to fight them out here because as soon as I get near the center, a clock is going to start running. Now it is a 2.5 minute clock. So you do have that going for us. So it should be possible actually to clear out a few of them if you've got a reasonably fast combat. Now, I'm not noted for having reasonably fast combat. I mean, if I had champion speed combat, I could maybe get through 4 per episode instead of 2 per episode. Aha, alright. See, at this point I triggered the ritual, and now the clock is counting down. How dare you disrupt my ritual! Not too sure what she's about to do there, but I think I'm just going to stop her from doing it. But in order to free the dwarf, you must first kill her, and that is the gate. As I said, it's a very, very literal... It's a very, very not literal gate. There you go. And she's about to go down. There you go. And I have saved a Scothi. So let us now free him. Now, after all these things against the Frost Horde, sometimes it looks like it's saying freezing instead of freeing, but no, we are freeing him. We are not freezing him. We're not leaving him to the Frost Horde. I'm glad to see you. Thank you for saving me. You're welcome. Good work. Scothi is safe and sound. Let's return and report your success. Yes, let's go. Oh, we have arrived back here. The Sacrificial Tower. Well done! I'm glad to see that, Scothi again. We now know to be extra careful around the fortress of Kaivatsar if we are to venture there again. Yes, if we're to venture there again. And that means we have just one more in this set. Wings over Gralinvarth. I have a new mission for you, Piney, of course. I have just received an urgent word from Gralinvarth. The Frost Horde descended from the sky and ambushed our warriors. Several dwarves are wounded in the attack, and they have a great need of your aid in repelling the Frost Horde. You should travel to Gralinvarth at once and aid the wounded. We can't allow Gralinvarth to fall into the Frost Horde hands. For the Gabialaka! Yes, for the Gabialaka, and for the poor warden who can't pronounce the word. Rising into the grey mountains above the Greyland, Gralinvarth overlooks Elderslade. However, a recent ambush by Dragonkind of the Frost Horde threatens the dwarves keeping watch from this valuable foothold. Your mission is to repel the Frost Horde attackers and aid the wounded dwarves keeping watch at Gralinvarth. Oh, yes, right. We have a surprise attack. You may be ambushed after completing your objective. You think you're done? No, you're not done. And when it says you may be ambushed, you could pretty much change that to you will be ambushed. Just saying. Now, I think that when they first opened up missions, or at least on Bullworth, or a couple of times where, oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, now they're out. As for most Rider Jones, let's go across the river where we've got all these dwarves. Yeah, right. There's the first dwarf up there. Actually, right. Yeah. No, there's a dwarf right over here. Do they change the locations of the dwarves sometimes? I think the last time I did it, all the dwarves were across the river. Either that or my memory is serving me poorly. So obviously, you need to check around. But once you take care of this dwarf, the rest of them are across the river and straight along the way. But it looks like there's at least a chance here. Whether it's a 100% chance and I just was forgetting, or whether it's a random set of locations where the dwarves can be, I'm not too sure. I don't think I've ever seen one down far in that direction. And if you ever see one down far in that direction, obviously it means that it is definitely variable. Let's see. Here you go. And let's free the first dwarf. And now they say the Frost Horde. In this case, I think we face all drakes in this particular one. So this is another one of those where you're going to run into drakes galore. And here we go up here. And here's our second dwarf. And there are a total of 4 of these. And as I mentioned before we came into this, we are likely to run into an ambush. As far as I know, you'll always be ambushed. So when they say it may happen, it's sort of like how in the Prancing Pony skirmish tutorial where they say, you have this lieutenant who can arrive at any moment. Now here comes the second wave. And how about that? By coincidence, that's exactly when the lieutenant arrives. How about that? Interesting coincidence that has happened every single time I run that tutorial. They came out of nowhere. Most likely they came out of the sky. They do have wings. And that is the trouble with the Frost Horde, is that they are winged beasts. There you go. And we'll deal that. I think this is one who can be avoided, but as you can see, I don't always avoid this one. Probably because I just figure I'm half likely to get too close anyway, so I might as well kill it on my own terms. Now, I see the quest ring up here, so obviously means that we've got another one right here. Yeah, these look like they're in different locations than the last time I did this quest. So I'm thinking that we may have a variable set up here. Or of course it'd just be a case that I create more variety by forgetting. Well, see, it's fresh every time. What do you say about that? Are you fresh? Ugh! They took me by surprise! Yes, I noticed that. Now, let's see. Actually, I think I do want to get rid of this one. You get to the location where, because I think pretty much where I found that last dwarf is where the scout's going to be coming. We'll see when the scout actually arrives. I've had times where I could be pretty close to talking to the scout, and the scout says, and one of these whelpings comes up and goes, "Surprise!" So they like doing that to you. Right? You like just blowing a lot of cold air, don't you? I know you, Drakelings. It's your favorite hobby. Alright, there you go. And now, let's see. This should do it. And deal with our friends here. Oh my goodness gracious. And I'm just trying to estimate where, say, do they have multiple, I'm still trying to think, am I imagining things or are these at different locations? Alright, well, let's at least free this wounded dwarf. Ugh, they took me by surprise. Okay, yeah, that's, I think I have run into it near the flag over there. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Yeah. That said, there are several missions at this location. We do have at least two of them. One is freeing the dwarves. There's another one where you have to plant flags, I believe. I don't know if there's a third one or not. Sometimes these things conflate with each other. Alright, there you go. And now, yeah, this is where you find the dwarf scout. You arrived not a moment too soon, Pineleaf. Let's report our success to Ozma. Yeah, let's go. We are back to report our success. I have just received word of your efforts at Gralinvarth, Pineleaf. Had you not come to the aid of our dwarves, the outcome of the battle might have been very different, and far more bloodly. Very good. Very good. In this case, it was more bloody to the enemy. And that's it for the second set of our 10 sets of missions in there. And that concludes today's episode. And when we return next time, we'll be starting on a third set of missions. We return to Missions 101. But until next time, class dismissed.